Hello Gemini, happy August. It's your Cosmic Auntie here with your monthly tarot reading. So this could be interesting to Gemini suns or, Gemini moons, rising Geminis, any kind of aspect that you may be exploring in regards to Gemini in your personal chart, transit, all those kind of things. Maybe this came across your page somehow, just randomly, and yeah. However this video did find you, I'm just glad you're here. And please stay if you feel welcome to. Yeah, these readings this month have been so interesting. And I look forward to seeing what we chat about today, Gemini. There's been such intense things happening in the cosmos that have been inviting us into the places that we have been, bumping up against, making breakthroughs, and that means also being confronted with things that are challenging. Maybe a lot of you also have just experienced just a lot of shakeups, internally, externally, both. Who knows? Because yeah, it's been wild. This next week, whenever this video finds you, really, it's gonna be pertinent to you if it resonates, of course. But I'm recording this in August. I think this is August 16th, and we're coming into more ease astrologically to allow us to rest and settle into the changes that occurred, the things that you have learned, the things that have come up, the things that have shed away or shed light on, all the things. I don't know, you're a diverse group of people, so it's gonna look differently for each and every one of you if this resonates, of course. Let's jump in and talk about the visual I received for you first. But as I always say in my readings, it's important to always tune into your own intuition, your own inner knowing, okay? You know yourself best, and you are the expert of you, okay? Tarot's never supposed to tell you something you don't already know. These are like an energetic think tank that I hope will come alongside you and assist you in finding and accessing the greater clarity that you are seeking to understand and understand the things that you are experiencing, okay? Or have experienced. So the image that I received for you, I'm feeling very fidgety right now, Gemini. I feel like you'll understand that. But the image that I received for you is that it was like this hill and these flowers, and the wind was blowing like really fast, and the flowers were like just a blowing. They're like the whole thing, like the grass was all going in one direction. Everything was like just, yeah, shaking in the wind. So you are air energy, Gemini, so that really, they're I don't know, we'll just lean into this because I sense that it could feel and maybe resonate in different ways for each and every one of you. And as I go through this, I will be as accessible and kind of as I can. And please, again, always filter anything that does not resonate out, and anything that resonates in. When that happens, you'll just know, okay? Don't make anything fit. So let's get into this, Gemini. Yeah, because the wind was just a blowing. The sense that I'm getting is that, well, your energy is like right front and center, so there may be things that you are learning that's really like blowing into your life, or maybe there's things that you're expressing. Maybe there's this shifts happening in life. It's interesting because like I keep bringing back to these like flowers just blowing in the wind, just like holding on for dear life. So like there's this mixture of air and earth here. So like the air energy is really like, air energy affects the earth, right? Like it makes, you can't always see it, but you see the effects of it, right? And that's kind of similar to our mind and our thoughts, right? So there may be this connection between, you know, mind and body as always, but with the blowing, there's a lot of cerebral energy entering into this space, into this reading, and it may be really affecting your body, you know, like, so just be aware of that. There's a lot that I sense. There's a lot of stamina, 7 of Wands, like there's a lot of, yeah, I heard holding your own. This card is so interesting because they're keeping their fire warm, and also the hand, you rule the hands, Gemini. So I sense that there's a fire that you're keeping warm, and you're very determined to keep it warm, to keep it lit, to protect it. So there may be things that you are, you know, very fiercely protecting in your environment, and really like putting a lot of effort into, you know, like holding that space and standing your ground and holding your own in regards to, you know, a passion, ideas, actions, things that you have built and have contributed to in your environment. This could also be something inside too, right? Like these are things that can also present internally. What else is happening with Gemini? The Page of Wands. Okay, so this is bringing me right into the internal here. This kind of fire, and then there's the earth. It's very interesting, Gemini. So there's this like passion that is needing protection right now, and that could resonate across the line with you guys. So the the Page of Wands is really looking at what is needed to pursue that passion. They are students of their particular element. Some tarot readers also kind of regard them as messengers of the magician. So they are out, they are seeking, they are learning everything that they can about their particular element. And so I sense your energy, Gemini, is very seeking. So, you know, seeking within you, seeking without you, in regards to like what is needed to keep this fire alive, to keep, you know, and whatever that means for you, right? So the Two of Cups. Some of you may be really like focusing on relationship and connection. So there may be things in your relationship where there's, you know, a sense of keeping the passion alive, taking passion to like a next level, kind of in a way of like growing with each other kind of thing, learning about each other. And yeah, like, I mean, I just keep hearing keep the passion alive. So some of this may resonate romantically for some of you with the Two of Cups and this fire, like really, really wanting to learn about what is going to, you know, continue to make this relationship work, how to take action and share and express love for each other, like passionately. This is fire energy, right? And the Seven of Wands is stamina, fortitude, and, you know, like I just keep looking at that hand keeping the fire alive, you know, like there's a lot that I sense that you care about this connection. Some of you also, this may be like connections in your environment, your workplace, your friends, all of these kind of things. Like Two of Cups is people in your world that kind of match your frequency and match what's in your cup. You really connect with them. Like picture like a Cheers, you know, like someone that you know you dearly trust. So again, romantic. Some of this may be family. Some of this may be workplaces. But there's things that you're really, you know, driven to protect and learn about. The Page is very curious, right? What is needed to keep this passion alive? And going back to those like flowers, like blowing in the wind. Like I can sense that, Gemini, you're putting a lot of mental power, and you have so much like mental power. There's so much that you can think about. There's so many angles that you can think about. There's really no limit to how your mind works, because you help us all in the collective receive large amounts of information and can like summarize it into a way for you and others to interact with and ingest in their own way. So you do a really important job in the zodiac when it comes to informational processing. So I can sense with the flowers blowing in the wind there, the wind coming home, everything, you were putting all of your mental energy into this, and you'd be feeling a lot of like you could probably feel it a lot in your body right now. So just, I guess maybe this is something, if you're feeling resonant with that, to tune in with that and check in with your emotions, right? There's probably, right, the wind affects the seas as well, and how to show up for yourself and how to nurture yourself and nurture your body and nurture your emotions as you funnel your mental energy into figuring whatever this is out and learning about whatever this is and holding your own with whatever it is that you're finding yourself like, kind of standing up for. I just saw like two wings kind of going around, like, mother protects their eggs as well. Like, so there's something that I sense that you care deeply about. You're nurturing, you want it to grow, you're protecting it, and also very curious about and creative when it comes to like what is needed to further like, I don't know, like grow this, or because the page then turns into the knight, which turns into the queen, which turns into the king. So there's this progression still here with the Page of Wands, and it's stuff that you really care about, people that you really care about. Okay. This could also be like back to the romantic connections. If you are a Gemini watching this and you're really feeling that on the romantic side of things, this could be things that your partner and you are really ready for. With the Page of Cups at the bottom there with the eggs and stuff, like there may be a certain like, readiness to, grow your family, or tune into each other in a deeper sense. Like there's a sense of really falling in love and really learning about each other. The pages again are learning, and so and then the Three of Coins, building. Why is the wind blowing so hard in that visual? Okay. Okay, we've got the Ten of Wands. I'm gonna put them here to address that question. The Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so there's that wind. There's the emotions. And then there's a sense of endings and beginnings. And things that have gotten, too heavy or outdated. Things that have hurt. So I sense that there's a lot of, I heard recalibration. I also heard watch your impact. The Queen of Swords can be kind of sharp. With the wind blowing so hard, this could also, there may be a little bit of a sharpness to the energy. And there's nothing wrong necessarily about being curt and clear, right? But there's also a way like that can be intense and create intensity in your environment, right? With the wind blowing so hard and the flowers growing, like there may be some thoughts to words that may be affecting environment in a way that's like shaking it up, that may be needed in a way. I guess I keep getting like kind of called to say, like, just watch your impact. We all have to watch our impact. We can't control everything, but there are ways that we can express ourselves, as well as like assert and stand up for yourself. So if you're finding you know, you have needs to express when it comes to like weight that you're carrying in some way. There are ways to express that without like, I mean, sometimes it's hard, right? It's hard to not like, I just heard blow up, I guess, because pain can kind of be that catalyst to like just busting at the seams. And yeah, it's very interesting reading, Gemini, because there's also like an indication here with releasing things that are heavy for you, like things that have come to be already, and that bringing you closer to what's important and what you want to further, you know, build and work on and take action towards. Whatever it is, like there's things that you're very protective over. So with the 7 and then the 10 here, there may be like 3 things. Oh, here, 3 of Swords. 3 things that are really being discussed right now that are burdensome to you, where you're, you know, expressing to your friends, your family, your loved ones, your coworkers that is just, you know, need to kind of shift for you. This is something that since you have put a lot of thought into, it may have even been building up with the pace of the wind there. It's like something is finally unleashed, and perhaps it's not even a blow up at all for some of you. It's a clarity of expression, because with the Queen here, that is your energy. Queen of Swords is air energy. Queen of Cups, water. So there's this, you're informed by your emotions, and the mind has found the right way to express and have clarity with what is happening here. That needs to change with the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands here, like when I was learning about this deck, this is one of my oldest decks that I have. They talk about having this stag head being so balanced and like not moving their neck at all, because they have all of these lights and it's like starting to push their head down. And there's an invitation here to delegate and recalibrate and shed and tune in with what is really important, and what is like the flame that needs to, that you want to keep alive, because it keeps coming to keeping the passion alive. Keeping the passion alive, and that sometimes means talking about very uncomfortable things where you've been hurt, or when someone else has been hurt, and really like holding space for these feelings and responding to them in a way that I keep hearing maturity, like, because there's a lot of maturity when it comes to the queens. They've taken time, they know each other, they've taken time with their element, they know themselves. And so I hear that with you. Oh, my kitty girl wants to say hi. And I feel that with you. The Queen of Swords has also gone through so much in order to really make sense of their own mind, their own truth. They are also open to incorporating more information, but always bouncing it off their own truth and holding it, like, but not being stuck, right? Like, there's a shadow side to the Queen where it can be like sharp and cold, because protecting themselves in regards to the pain that they've experienced. So I guess that's the impact that I'm talking about, and that maybe just one person may resonate with that, I don't know, but I just keep hearing the word impact, 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 and seeing those flowers blow in the breeze, you know. They're all holding on. Like, sometimes there needs to be a little shakeup in the environment, especially if you've been carrying too much. And someone else might be kind of coming to you being like, hey, this is like too much in a way, and holding space for them to share that with you and integrating that information how you see fit, and there's a leading with love that I'm sensing here too. Like, as much as you may be discussing challenging topics with your friends, family, loved ones, partners, there's a real sense of love and maturity, as much as there's like, yeah, wind happening and maybe a little bit of sharpness here and there. It's tough to talk about pain. It's tough to talk about where things have hurt. So this, you know, this could be, I sense that it's coming from you as well as coming from the people that you care about. There's really deep conversations kind of happening about what is heavy, what is too much to carry for each of you, and maybe redistributing weight, and really coming back to what matters. And what matters is holding that, protecting that fire, protecting that passion, protecting that art, protecting that whatever, protecting it. There's something that I sense that is very much always bringing back to this flame, this thing, this thing to protect. Anyway, so I'm gonna put these down here. Yeah, so I sense whatever, no matter how like challenging these talks may be, there is a maturity and a love that I sense with it. And there's a lot that's being grappled with, I sense, in regards to what is needed moving forward to keep contributing to this flame that you're building with someone, something, the things that the people that you are connected with, the people that share your interests, the people that you're in love with, the people that you've grown up with, your friends, all of those loving people. Okay, let's keep going because I feel like there's more to say. What else is coming up for Gemini? Queen of Coins. So there's that earth energy. I feel like there's like this common goal. Yeah, with the devil on the bottom of the deck. You're going to those places with people to seeing what works, what doesn't, and cutting out and what is not working, and so that there's more room to bring in what does work in order to lead to greater abundance and stability. You both have lots of ideas, or like if this is a group that you're interacting with, like maybe there's things that you are talking about in regards to a common goal. There's a lot of ideas flowing, right? There's that wind just blowing down that hill and affecting, you're affecting your environment, affecting your body. In good and maybe even like kind of a little bit of like kind of uncomfortable ways. Keep grounding, tuning in with your emotions, and making sure that you take the rest, right? Going back to the beginning of this video, this is a really great astrological time to kind of percolate and allow all of that like shake up to settle, and even more clarity will emerge from there in the direction and the path towards, stoking this flame and, growing this fire after the rain will take place. And I can tell that you and whoever you are interacting with is really like-minded in their way of wanting to work towards more stability, abundance, material safety, connectedness in the environment, community-oriented people. And yeah, it's very cool. And all of these challenging discussions are only kind of severing tethers to what's not working. So again, with the romantic side of things, really kind of being honest with each other. Like, that could be really happening, honest with each other, what's working, what's not, and you know, connecting over the shared like love and passion, and being very much devoted to and committed to working with each other. Sorry. Working with each other to build and to feel comfortable in your environment, in your body, to have, yeah, like material security, and also to feel like cherished by each other, nurtured by each other. Yeah. Some of you may be really looking at taking, like, yeah, a next level to your relationship, back with that Page of Wands. Some of you may be wanting to add to your family or add to your home, or like, yeah, access like some sort of, or maybe you're just sharing about what you both need emotionally to feel safe with each other. And that is all very important conversations, very, very important conversations, because I can tell like you both want to keep the fire alive, but there's things that need to shift and change in order for the weight to be distributed. There's things that are weighing on both of you, and that have hurt both of you. So yeah, I'm sure that through these conversations, so much more clarity and clear direction are being reached, being seen, and the emotional development and the connection and the bond with your loved one is strong, and there's a certain sense of like deep love that you feel. I feel really warm in my belly talking about this, because it's hard to talk about past pain. It really, really is, to talk about your triggers, to talk about things that may have like, yeah, kind of hurt you in the past, or things that maybe it hasn't even happened with those people. There's just things that have happened in the past, and being open and trusting with your partner is huge. And like, so this could all be, again, so kitty girl, you could stay if you didn't walk right into the middle of the camera. But again, some of you too, if this is not resonating in a romantic sense, this energy could be playing out in your friends, your friend group, your work group, there, you know, a hobby group, any kind of thing where you are connecting with like-minded individuals that you really resonate with and have like a common goal to like protect. You're all putting action towards something, and the rain is falling in some way, and all of you have your hands to cover the fire that you've all built, and have all these different ideas and all these different things, and there's just like this think tank happening. So Gemini, again, you are someone who takes in large amounts of information, garbles it up, and presents it in a way, summarizes it in a way. So you be really feeling like a lot of information is coming to you, and really putting your mind to summarizing it and interacting with it and organizing it, and then ultimately presenting it again to the group and choosing a way forward. There's so much happening here. What came out? Oh yeah, the Queen of Wands. Okay, so there's an empowering story here where through these challenging conversations, through this desire to protect the fire that you've built with other people, and the flame emerging in the distance to you know, that you're moving forward, the flame within each and every one of you in regards to how you contribute to this fire, is like leading into greater confidence. And again, another queen on more wisdom, more maturity. So there's going to be more maturity in your relationships, more passion, more zest, because of these challenging conversations, and these conversations that, yeah, maybe causing, excuse me, a little bit of a shakeup in your world and in other people's worlds. But again, not to be redundant, it's leading into more passion, more creativity. Yeah, like you're learning, you're really integrate, you're really like, yeah, hearing from your environment, and being more aware of like how other people are feeling in your environment, and vice versa, informing the people in your environment how you're feeling, and like grappling with it all, and discovering that again, the fire that you've been building and contributing to is so important. And that's the commonality, and that's the goal, that's the passion, that's the drive, and it's leading into greater stability and comfort and abundance. These are the places that you are wanting to nurture this, you know, relationship or workplace or hobby or like-minded, whatever it is. It's really cool, and it's neat. It's neat to kind of feel into. Let's do some oracle. Gemini. Karmic clearing. Yeah. So I sense that you're being honest and open about things. Other people that you love are being honest and open about things that they feel, and there's a lot of clearing happening. There's a lot of wind blowing out to clear things, blow things away that need to be blown away, you know, like really kind of jostle up your environment with new thoughts, new ideas, new perspectives. This could lead to some back and forths like we talk about here, but ultimately it's like, again, leading to greater trust and abundance and creativity, both internally and in your connections. So karmic clearing, 5 represents change as well. So there's been things that need to change, need to be delegated, things that are working that need more room to grow, things that aren't working that need to kind of be shed away. And yeah, where is that book here? I'm going to read the beginning of it. 5. Okay. You are fast outgrowing a level of consciousness to which you are driving me crazy today. I love you. If you didn't go in front of the camera, you could stay. You are fast outgrowing a level of consciousness to which are attached particular wounds, issues, and struggles. As you outgrow that consciousness, these issues will release their grip on you. You are receiving divine notice that karmic clearing is taking place through a combination of your own efforts and spiritual grace from the heart of the divine. It is time for an old wound to be released once and for all. Wow. Yes, this is a great way to summarize this reading. There is karmic clearing happening. I want to read that again, actually. As you outgrow that consciousness, these issues will release their grip on you. You are receiving divine notice that karmic clearing is taking place through a combination of your own efforts and spiritual grace from the heart of the divine. It is time for an old wound to be released once and for all. Yeah, there's a lot that I sense, Gemini, where you've brought your awareness to certain like places that have been heavy, that have been, you've been carrying, and it's been painful. The 3 of Wands was on the 3 of Swords on the bottom of the deck here. So there are things that have been painful that you are talking about with your loved ones. And it's bringing in a lot of fresh energy. And there may be painful things that your loved ones are telling you and sharing with you that they've been experiencing, that they've brought their awareness to, and it's bringing in a lot of fresh energy. This is an important thing too. Karma is not a punishment. Karma is essentially our soul's lesson plan for this lifetime, carried over from past lifetimes. It is the way we grow and develop as a soul, sometimes through challenges and sometimes through blessings. More challenging karma is revealed in the lessons we are still learning. So it's, yeah, it's not a punishment, right? So this is what I've been really sensing, is there's like this awareness is our superpower. So there's things that you bringing your awareness to, the lessons that you've been learning, and there's clearing happening. You've reached a level where there's an understanding, understanding, and an ability to express to the people that you love and the people that are around you. And that's bringing in a whole new cycle, chapter, space, like, and it's exciting. So well done, Gemini. Well done. I love you very much. I hope that this was helpful in some way, and I look forward to checking in with you next month.